Welcome to Paleo Green Bird. Today I am going to be working a slab of Burns Green Obsidian. This slab was not symmetrical, so I marked the base with marker as a guide to aid me in making corrections to bring the point back into symmetry. As you can see, I have already taken the first pass of flakes. I'm going to start out by grinding the edges. This will help my pressure flaker grip the obsidian, and remove longer and cleaner flakes. To begin flaking, I'll place the obsidian slab on the groove side of my hand pad. The groove assists in driving long consistent flakes, and I'll adjust the slab as I go, to keep the working surface above that groove. To start taking my second pass of flakes, I'll do what's called loading up. Loading up refers to the process of taking your pressure flaker and applying downward pressure while also plucking outward. Once the pressure applied exceeds the obsidian's ability to resist, a flake will be driven off and likely into the groove of your hand pad. Now I'm just going to repeat that process all the way down both edges of the slab. After that, I'll flip the slab over to the reverse side, and repeat the process. It's best to remove material from the base, by taking flakes that run horizontal across the slab, what I refer to as east-west flakes. But sometimes you'll find that you'll need to take flakes that run vertical from the base to the tip, what I refer to as north-south flakes. Keep in mind, that north-south flakes will affect my previous east-west flakes. This isn't a big deal though, because I can clean that up later. This is just one of many passes to come. After taking several passes, and working the base, you can see that the point is still not quite symmetrical. Material needs to be taken off my lower left-hand side, which shows on the lower right-hand side of the screen. By changing the shape of the base, I also changed the angle of the triangle sides, thus shifting position of the tip of the point in relation to the base. I'll continue to repeat the process on both edges, and both sides, remembering to adjust the slab so that my target area is resting over the groove. As I continue repeating the process, front and back, I should notice the slab becoming significantly thinner and starting to resemble an arrowhead. I'll repeat this process until the edges are too thin for me to take any more flakes off of. When I reach the point where no more flakes can be taken off, I will begin the process of zigzagging the edges. The zigzag process will remove what's left of the saw marks on the edges, and give the point its first official sharp edge. I could probably take another pass or two, but I think I'm going to start to zigzag this one. The first thing I'm going to do is sharpen my pressure flaker, so I can flake off just the very edges of the sides. I'm looking for the tip to resemble a dull pencil or a sharp crayon. Now to start the zigzag. I'm going to use the pressure flaker to pluck a flake off of the very top of the edge on one side, then I'll flip the point over and pluck another flake off of the very top of the same edge on the opposing side. I'll repeat this process until one edge is complete on both sides, then I'll do the same on the opposing edge, and the base. The result should create a continuous M pattern down the center line of both of the edges, and the base. Once you get going, this is actually a pretty quick part of the process. As you can see, I am already starting to get the continuous M pattern. When the first edge is complete, it will look something like this. I'm not worried if it looks a little rough. I'll come back and clean up the edges before I notch the point. Once both of the edges, and the base have been zigzagged, I'll switch from my copper-tipped pressure flaker, to a tool more suitable for fine edge work. This tool is just a horseshoe nail inserted into a wooden handle. The horseshoe nail is made of a much harder material than the copper tip of the pressure flaker, so it doesn't grip as much, and is much more narrow than the tip on the copper pressure flaker. This helps take much smaller and precise flakes, making the tool ideal for finish work and notching. I've skipped over the edge work. That could be a video all of its own. What I am doing now is attempting to remove some leftover step fractures, by loading up on the edge of the stack, just as I would if I was pressure flaking the edges. It doesn't always work, but oftentimes it helps. The point is now edged, and as tuned up as it's going to get. It's time to add the notches. I've already done this and posted the video. I'll add the link above or at the end of this video. Thanks for watching.